Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, this video is going to be a little personal and it's going to have a few graphic scenes in it. So prepare yourself if you're squeamish and you don't like blood and wounds, don't watch this video. All right. Now, I've been having a little harder time getting my videos out at 4 a.m. and I'll tell you why. Here's the reason for this video. I don't want to sit here and make up excuses or ignore a situation. I want to be completely upfront with you guys. I can't sit here and make up excuses of why my videos have moved to 10 a.m. or they're 2 hours later or whatever. I can't do that. I got to be upfront with you guys so you guys know the situation. Nothing's changing. I love this channel. I'm going to keep it up. I got a second channel that I'm going to open up soon too, with my personal stories on recovery. The name on that channel right now is Artist 2, Artist TWO, and there's nobody really on there right now. It was my first channel year or two back, where I made all my mistakes, and there's just silly, stupid stuff on there right now, but I'm going to revamp it and make it my recovery stories channel. I think I'm going to go with, like, the stories I put on here about getting pulled over by police, interactions with the police, some crazy stuff that's happened to me in my life. And I do that not to glorify, but as an example of how not to do things. All right. Now, about me and the morning videos. Okay, let me just start at the very beginning. 1 month ago today is 1 month, and this is the reason I'm making this video today. 1 month ago on this day, I put a new tire on my mountain bike. A large 2.75 inch width. And sometimes I've had these tires, it's a very thin rim. Sometimes you have a knot inside the tube and the tire can come off, or the tube can explode. It's happened to me before. So when I take the first run after I put a new tire and tube on, I like to go slow in case the tire does come off or explode or anything like that. So I was going down a sidewalk on a hill where I usually do about 30 to 40 miles an hour, about 30 miles an hour, 30, 35 miles an hour. So I went down the hill, but I went on the sidewalk with grass on either side in case the tire did pop. So there, I'd land on the grass. That was my reasoning for this. So I was going slow, about 10 miles an hour. Somebody put a garbage can out where there was never a garbage can before. I went around it, but the very tip of my handlebar hit it, and I lost my balance. My feet hit the ground. I tried to run so I didn't fall off and land on where I just got my hip replacement, and one of my shins just slammed full force into my pedal. Bam! It's like picture you're holding a metal pail and you throw it up in the air and kick it with your shin. That's what this was like. It hurt unbelievably. Now my sock was covering my shin at the time, so I got off. I swore. I even took the time to put the garbage can back where it belonged, in the middle of the sidewalk where somebody put it. Why, I don't know, but I didn't want to disrespect somebody's garbage can. And I got back on my bike and I pedaled for about 10 miles. I felt like wetness on my leg. I looked down, I pulled my sock down, and there was a jet of blood literally arcing out of my shin, shooting out, spurting, bright red blood spurting out of my shin. Yeah, I think it swelled up and it ripped open. I might have hit it again at a stop sign, and it was just enough to tear open, and it must have hit an artery. And it was bleeding crazy. I was about 2 miles from home. I had no cell phone. I pulled my sock up and immediately started on my way back home. There was blood everywhere, blood all over my socks, filled in my shoes. I kept wiping the blood off my socks so I could just try to see how much blood was pouring out of me as I was riding home. I was just waiting to start seeing spots. It's happened before where I started to bleed out and you get dizzy and you hit the ground. And I was kind of waiting for that, but I made it home. It wouldn't stop bleeding. I put it up. I ended up going to the hospital. They put a couple staples in. There's a picture of the wound when I had the staples out a week later. That was 3 weeks ago from today when I had the staples out. Now, it has not healed. I've looked up online about leg wounds take a long time to heal, apparently. because of the distance from the heart and the circulation and everything. This leg is a little different because I've had back surgery and there's been damage to the nerves in that leg too. So it's a little small, like thinner than the other leg too. So there's that. And my age, 55 years old, I heal. I think at least some of the articles on the internet say that you heal slower. Okay, so when I had the staples pulled out 3 weeks ago, they said to keep an eye for infection. It doesn't look infected, but it's not healing very fast. So every morning when I get up, it's been bleeding still all over my bed and everything. So I have quite a situation to deal with. I have to clean everything up and make sure it's not infected and wash it out and everything, and tend to my wound every morning. And this is what's kind of been, sometimes it could take up to an hour. You know, I don't want to rush things. I don't want this leg to get infected. So it's been taking up a part of my time where I usually make my video. Now, this is just, it's just a temporary setback. But I figured I'd be honest with you guys, because I don't want you guys to think anything's changing. And I just, most of all, I can't sit here and lie and make up other excuses or pretend something's not happening. That's just not who I am. So I figured I'd just, on this 1 month anniversary from when the wound occurred, I thought I would just be upfront with you guys, as to why my videos, like the next video today will probably be a little later, about 9 a.m. And as to why this is happening, because I know probably the most dedicated people on my channel, I see the views hit right away when I download it, and I know there's people that watch my channel. And this is to tell you guys why it's a little late sometimes. Won't be every day. So here it comes. I'm going to show you where I'm at. Today's 1 month since this occurred. And, all right, so if you're squeamish, don't look at this. Okay? I'm going to take you guys over here. Put on the sock. Okay, you ready? There we go. As you can see, there's still a hole in my leg there. Some of it's healed. Now, it doesn't look, it actually looks a lot better today. There's a huge bump there, and I think that's the swelling. I have thin chins, and it's swelled up considerably in the swellings. There's still a huge lump there, and I think that's been slowing down the healing too. That it's having the wound is having a hard time healing on top of this huge amount of swelling. So also too, I've been spending a lot of time with my leg up, and that leads me to another part of this video. My addiction. I talk about my exercising, and my family's been yelling at me because I just can't stop exercising. They keep telling me, Daryl, you got to stay off your leg, and it reminds me of a lot when I was using, people telling me what you're doing is hurting you. You have to stop. You have to take a break. And I can't. So every morning I'm still out there walking 5 or 6 miles on this leg, and which is admittedly slowing down the healing, and I cannot stop. I seriously, I sit here for about 10 minutes trying not to go, and then I end up going. It really is an addiction. And not only that, after an hour and a half walk, I hop right on my bike and go for an hour bike ride for 10 miles. So it really isn't being conducive to healing it. And I'm having a hard time not exercising, not walking and riding my bike. I know it sounds silly, but it's true. All right, I just wanted to tell you guys where I'm at. So there's no change here. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to starting. I saw there was a lot of views. A lot of people were interested in some of the stories that I had, and there's an unlimited amount of stories from when I was using, and interactions with the police and arrests, and how there is no friendship in addiction. Really, it's just you just use with other people, and there is no honor among addicts, believe me. So I was considering, I've been trying to figure out what to do with this other channel, the channel that I started first, but I just kind of left sitting there. Like I said, it's called Artist 2, and there's some silly stuff on there right now. It's some embarrassing stuff, but I've never hid anything from you guys, and I'm not going to start now. So I'm probably going to delete a lot of those, whatever's left on that channel, and I'll start fresh. And I'll probably rename the channel to Tales from Recovery or something like that. So that would be my other channel too. Oh, and to tell you guys too, this channel, I still haven't received my my okay to get back my monetization. March 6th, I reapplied, and they said typically they'll tell you within a month, and we're well over a month now, and I'm not going to push them, but they still haven't gotten back to me yet. I don't see why I wouldn't get it back, but I've decided to start a second channel too, just in case. All right, so that's an update of where I'm at today. I hope I didn't bore you guys or freak you out with that hole in my leg. All right, you guys have a great morning. I will be back later with a political social issues video. You guys have a great Wednesday.